Corona.
Of
Were these
course.
students wearing masks, or like were they prepared since January?
So I definitely think so. I remember seeing people with masks, and my friends and I would walk by, and they'd start walking like take a step further, like to get like a foot or two further away from us or something like that. And I just remember seeing that, and I remember thinking like, huh, this is weird. Like in the past like 2.5 years that I've been here, like that's never happened to me before. I've never had to like watch a person do that while seeing me walk towards them with like a group of friends or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just found it really weird at first, and then it was February and even more people are wearing masks, and I started going, huh, is something going on here?
Yeah,
And
by the
then we
end of
got to March, and oh my god, it was just
it was
clipped.
crazy. No, it was because I was story I've been telling you, which I just think is nuts, is I remember first week of school, January, it's last week of January, and I was in the soccer office and I was talking to the coach, and he has kids who help him out, he has students who just help him out and stuff. And one of them, he hired a kid who is from China.
Hmm.
And he came first day already, mask,
Mask.
gloves,
Wow.
set up, and we were just asking him like, why are you wearing this stuff? Like, what's going on? Should we be scared of something? And he's like, yo, you guys have 2 months, month and a half max, and this crazy virus is gonna pull up and it's just gonna kill everyone. It's gonna just go through the entire country. The economy's gonna be down. The just everything's gonna blow up, and school's gonna be closed. And we told him, "You're crazy. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
of
Like,
course.
this has never happened. It's been 100 years since this shit has happened. So it's just absurd to think that 2 months later, it's weird to think that life was normal 2 months ago.
Right. Yeah. Think about it. 2 months ago, you went to the grocery store, no mask, you'd interact with people. Maybe you even bumped into a lady like
Yeah,
while walking down the aisle by accident. Now, bro, imagine bumping into a lady right now. The bitch fit that would be thrown in any supermarket by any person
great
you touch. And it's crazy. Like, I
touch.
mean,
You can't even when you're waiting online to get into the grocery store, which I've never seen in my life before.
me neither.
But we have to do this now.
Of
It's
course.
just it's becoming the norm. Um, if you are not 6 feet apart from them, it's a fucking bitch fit. People are like gonna start trying to fight you. It's gonna be crazy. But you have to
Yeah.
respect that, and it's a good thing with grocery stores, especially like the elderly hour they have now. Try to
Yeah,
limit
I
the
think
amount of
that's the
people.
most amazing thing that they've implemented so far, because they really, like, listen. Of course we're young. We're not in high risk group other than
Yeah,
smokers, but we're not really in like at all. Like, neither of us has an autoimmune disease, neither of us has any pre-existing conditions that might promote coronavirus in us and cause us to be more likely to die from the addition of coronavirus into the body.
yeah.
However, there, of course, anybody who's older than 50 should be worried. Not, they shouldn't like, be extreme and never speak to anyone and never see anyone, all that. But, when I go biking, I see like older couples walking together,
Yeah.
and they have their masks, and I bike without a mask because it's not
You're
necessary.
thinking,
I'm
running or
I'm
what?
not interacting with anyone. I'm not stopping. I'm not talking. There's nothing going through my mind other than let's get these miles.
It's also how are you going to breathe while you're biking 25
Straight
miles
up, straight up. When
with a
you're going
mask.
on a walk, when you're going on a nice walk, you're a 70-year-old couple. You're going on a nice walk. Absolutely, keep that mask on. Don't take it off. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth even the potential slight risk
Yeah.
of corona is not worth not wearing a mask. However, if you're young, if you're not worried about it because you're not really in any high risk category, I think it's about time maybe to start experimenting. People are going to go back to their jobs.
Yeah.
Nobody can remain like this in this economy right now, especially because, the economy is going to, has been and is going to continue going down.
Crap.
And now, people just have to do something. They have to do something. They have to support their families. They have to make sure that the people they love are going to be cared for through this virus. And now, especially, is the time to start seeing jobs come back, people go back to work, younger people start taking more leadership roles in their families, start maybe not becoming the breadwinners of their family, but start making that extra money, helping out. Exactly. It's a very important time, and I think this is a turning point in history.
Turning point in history, we're going to have to see how we're going to interact. Like, they're talking about handshakes not being normal after this, which I think is a little bit extreme, but we need to see what's going to go on. I personally think that 2020, I'm not saying it's dead, but I'm saying that it is going to be a very weird year compared to everything in the past. But I do think by 2022, that the majority of things that we do on an everyday basis, like 3-4 months ago, we're going to be doing again.
I agree.
Certain things. One thing that I was thinking about was, I know, I was eating dinner and a piece of chicken fell on the table. So usually I'm like, oh, my mom cleaned the table before. I'm eating with my family. It's not gross if I just eat it off the table. 4 months ago, I'll be like, yeah, it's fine. Now I'm like, oh, it was cleaned half an hour ago, but that doesn't mean it's clean now. I need to be careful. It's just things I'm thinking of. Again, I think it's great for clubs and bars. People will never put their drink down again. Think of it like that. Because first off, with the whole date rape drugs and everything, you put your drink down, you're screwed. It doesn't matter if you're a guy, girl, you have to be super, super, super careful, especially in New York City. And now I feel like people won't even think about putting their cup down because you don't even know. It's not even a date rape drug at this point. It's what if someone spits in your drink? Or
what if someone picks up your drink, accidentally puts it back down, and you drink from it again?
Exactly. It takes
people are going to become so much more, I think, germophobic.
Yes.
Maybe not 100% germophobes, but this is going to push people who previously went about their lives, did not care. It didn't even worry them at all. And now they're going to go through their lives and be like, well, I'm going to wear gloves while pumping gas. Yeah. I'm going to wear a mask when I do specific activities. Yeah. And that's just a reality that I think we're going to have to deal with in the coming year and a half.
Yeah.
I really, really hope that it doesn't drag along until 2022. I think that would be.
I think certain values will. I don't see how they won't. I do think that, clubs, for example, how are you going to open up a club? You can't. You're literally sweating on top of 20 other people at a club.
Yeah, but young people have never let that stop them before, and I think they're not going to let it stop them in the future. We've never had
something like this. True. We've never had an event that you don't even know if you have the symptoms of this deadly disease till 9 to 14 days after. So you won't even know if you're sick. You could be 100% healthy, go to a club, be healthy, think you're healthy, but carry this disease, and all of a sudden 20 people you were grinding on are all sick now with corona, and possibly their parents are going to get sick, and their friends, and the rest of their family.
Yep, and that's the danger. That's the real danger of the virus. The real danger is not the fatality rate, because honestly, the fatality rate is a joke. The average age of death is higher than the regular average age of death in the United States.
I think it's worldwide. I think this is a worldwide stat. Yeah.
That's even more ridiculous. But the average age of death being lower worldwide than it is from corona really does go to show that there is a specific group that's more at risk.
Yeah.
And I think that group is going to have to decide, I guess, as a group. I don't know how they're going to make this decision, but I think it'll be something that's going to be dealt with.
They need to stay inside more. The over 50-year-old group just needs to be more cautious, and immunocompromised group needs to be very, very cautious. Doesn't matter what age. You mentioned